seriously, you guys made me feel so much better, and I really appreciate that.
It's LeahMouseVlog, LeahMouseVlog, it's LeahMouse's vlog.
Back in the saddle again. So I'm home still. Well, again, but still, again for me, still for you, because there, you know, was no break. Hi, Houdini. Oh no, don't walk on that! Don't! Get off my laptop! No! You silly little stinker. I have makeup done and everything, and I'm all dressed. It's dark. It's almost 8 o'clock at night. We just went out to just a very small gathering with a couple of the people who attended our Halloween party, because they got a hold of JJ and they were like, hey, we're having a little get together thing at the clubhouse in our apartment complex, you know, if you guys want to come. So we did, and it was cool. The guys played some pool, watched some football. I hung out with the fiance and the girlfriend of the two dudes that we knew from the thing. Both of their names are Haley, which is weird, but they're spelled differently. But they were super cool. They weren't drinking. And the three of us hung out and we talked about stuff, books and cake, and we played this weird little game that was like tabletop shuffleboard curling something. I don't know, maybe you guys know about it, but it's got like a wooden surface, it's got like sand on it, and you have these 4 little discs that you have to slide just right and land in a 1, 2, or 3, and you have to get to 15 points, and then you switch sides when you're, you know, it's, I don't know, it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Oh my God, these bar stools don't scoot. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. We hung out for a little bit, and I just dropped JJ off at his friend's house because they're gonna watch some football, because the men like their football, because oh my God, football. So I'm occupying myself by getting prepped for candle stuff for whenever my wax arrives, just so I have to do less when it comes. This is my stack of labels that I have to get through here. I got a bunch of the new all the new Christmas ones printed out, so I'm gonna affix those. And didn't you ever just get tired of sitting here, like watching me sit here in my kitchen and doing this crap? I'm sorry, I would show you more exciting things, but I don't do any exciting things. I don't like to take the camera to like social gatherings, because I don't usually know most of the people, because they're like JJ's friends, and he barely even knew these people tonight. And it's just awkward because like I can't be free to like be myself and just experience things organically, because like I've got a camera and, you know, it's distracting, and I prefer to just, you know, live life correctly and friend correctly and not drag the camera with me all the time. So I do apologize for leaving you guys out of the actually fun parts of my life. I still talk to you. I still do my best to include you and let you know what's going on. We're putting these labels on these jars here. It's such a fun time, and it takes a while. It's very tedious, which is why I'm glad I'm getting it out of the way now. Mansion mist. But currently I've got YouTube pulled up because that's what I do. Excuse me, that's what I do when I'm just sort of sitting here doing candle stuff. I just cut a bunch of wicks. There's the proof. And I just sort of let YouTube roll in the background while I'm doing stuff. Bippity boppity boo. So anyway, I had a really good time tonight. They definitely caught me on a good day, because normally I don't like last minute, hey, there's gonna be people types of plans, you know what I mean? You introverts, which astonishingly I found out from my last video in the comments, apparently most of you guys are introverts who don't drink, which is phenomenal to me. Fist bump. Hell yeah. You guys always say stuff like, oh, you make me feel less alone with this or that. You guys made me feel less alone. Like, I felt so much better reading all those comments you guys left on my last vlog, because I've always just felt like the weirdo who doesn't like to talk to people, you know, the introvert, quiet thing, and of course the weirdo who doesn't drink. So, you know, put those two things together, and I feel pretty down on myself sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I know I project, like, you know, maybe strength or confidence or whatever, and I do have that, you know, that is really who I am, but I do get down on myself sometimes, especially when JJ and his friends are involved. Okay, well, not JJ, but when it's JJ and his friends and then there's me, I don't feel good about myself. Normally I'm really proud of myself for, you know, being that person who has what I believe to be an amount of integrity that translates into not wanting to compromise myself just to fit in, just to conform, just to not be excluded, just to not feel bad about myself, you know? Like, I'm not going to fake laugh my way through a conversation I'm not interested in. I'm not gonna pretend that I care about something that I think is wrong. You know, like if people are, you know, bragging to me about, I don't know, cheating on their boyfriend or something like that, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna judge the crap out of you, because cheating is bad. Don't do it, and don't stay with anybody who does do it to you. I am super anti-cheating, and that's just the way it is. So I don't pretend to be interested in things, and I don't like courtesy laugh at things that I don't think are funny. And some people might think that's rude, but like, Watson. You know, some people might think that's rude or whatever, but I don't see it that way. I think it's perfectly okay for people to be different and have different interests and different things that make them laugh and different things that upset them even or bother them or whatever. And it's okay. I don't sit there and like tell people that I think their joke was stupid or anything like that. I just don't laugh because it's just not funny, you know, and I respect that, and it's fine. I don't fake my way through small talk. I just refuse to do it, which of course sets me apart even more, because that's most of what people do is small talk, especially if you don't know each other well. And then of course there's the drinking thing, and I always just end up feeling really badly because everybody's drinking and having a good time and talking, and I'm sitting there doing none of that and feeling like I am the biggest loser on the planet because somehow I just have never learned to properly integrate with people, and I feel bad. I feel like I'm boring. I leave these situations saying to JJ, like, why do you even like me? I am clearly the most boring person on the planet, and you are the super exciting person. How? Why? And I just feel so bad about myself, you know, and it brings me down being in environments like that, because I'm just so aware of how much I'm standing out, you know, and it just, I don't like it. I don't like questioning my own worth based on a situation that I don't even like in the first place. It's a gross feeling. It's just gross. So after reading your guys' comments, you know, I had so many comments of people being like, yeah, I'm the same way. I'm an introvert. I don't drink. I feel this way. And they, you know, you guys like posted paragraphs and paragraphs of comments. And yeah, I read every single word, believe it or not. I didn't skim. I didn't skip past it. I read every single word of every single comment on that video. And I'll tell you what, you guys made me feel, less alone, and you made me feel better. And I really appreciated that, because I really needed that, because I feel so crappy when I can't fit in, even when it's not something I even want to do to fit in. It's just, you know? So thank you very much. I really appreciate everything you guys said and all the support you gave. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. Yeah, that was like the most amazing slew of comments I think I've ever gotten in my life, and I really needed it too, because I came out of that feeling really disheartened and discouraged and like an oddball, and it was annoying. I totally screwed this up because I wasn't paying attention. 1 second. Okay. Situation has been remedied. No need for further alarm. I actually kind of wanted to address one of the comments I had too. It wasn't a mean-spirited comment. It wasn't a bullying comment. It wasn't a troll comment, and I'm not going to throw this person under the bus because she was very nice about it. I know she meant no harm. I know she meant no offense, and that's perfectly okay. I don't mind if people express their opinions, you know, as long as they do it respectfully, you know? Even if it's a completely out of line opinion, you know, it's okay. You know, just don't be a dick. And this person definitely wasn't a dick about it, and I appreciate that. So I'm not gonna call her out or throw her under the bus again, like I said, but I did want to address it just in case anybody else feels this way. That's really the only reason I even wanted to talk about it. It's not even a big deal. I don't like feeling like I'm misrepresenting myself or potentially misrepresenting myself even by accident or something. This person said something about watching me and JJ in the videos and that it was like uncomfortable or something because he seemed like he wasn't interested and like our dynamic was weird or something. I can see where one would think that because I mean obviously I sit through the footage, I edit it, and I know the difference between the footage that's captured versus like what actually goes on between me and him and like what our real dynamic is. So I could see why that might come across at first glance or just, you know, barely reading into it or whatever. But the thing of it is, how I am to you guys, like in front of a camera, like it's kind of, I mean, yes, this is my actual personality, of course. This is who I actually am. This is everything. But you guys are literally the only people I talk to like this and am like this with, because I am 100% alone right now and I don't have anybody to bounce off of. You know what I mean? My own dynamic, not my personality, my dynamic, the chemistry, just how things flow, even my voice, my tone of voice, or the things I talk about, or how I present myself, it all changes depending on who I'm around, because I'm not an extrovert. I kind of absorb the energy of whomever I'm around, and I either become super quiet or super engaged. And even when I'm super engaged, it's not like this, because it's rude to just yammer on and 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 just talk in a stream like I do to you guys if there's another human being present. You know what I mean? So like when I'm vlogging and I'm like narrating what's going on, I'm holding the camera, I'm obviously not engaged with another person, I'm engaged with the camera, right? And JJ is not the most comfortable being on camera. He's working on it, he's gotten better, but sometimes he's just in a mood where he just doesn't want to engage, and he just kind of sort of steps to the sidelines, lets me vlog, and is just there, you know? So what you're seeing isn't a representation of how me and JJ are together. Like, it's what you're seeing is me vlogging how I vlog and him in the room just there waiting for me to finish vlogging so that we can get on with our us time or whatever. You know, that's not our relationship. That's just our captured vlog dynamic. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. And that's what I tried to explain to this person. I was like, this isn't who we are to each other or even individually. It's just the camera changes everything. Everybody acts different on camera. Well, most people do anyway. It's just the way it is. So I don't want people getting in their heads that there's not a good relationship or something just because it's kind of awkward sometimes on video, because that's just the video. That's just how it is when the camera is on, because the camera is on and it's not us just hanging out and being ourselves or whatever, you know? Like, we have a really good dynamic, we have really good chemistry, and when the camera comes out, it kind of disrupts that, you know? It really disrupts that. When it was me and anybody else, we weren't very happy, so we always acted out for the camera, so maybe it was a little more entertaining, it looked a little more real and happy, but it was actually the opposite, because as soon as the camera clicked off, the smiles went away, we would just kind of separate. Half the time, I would have to break up a fight just to pull out the camera and be like, okay, can we just pause fighting for 1 second so I can get this vlog clip? Hi, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we can go back to fighting. You know, that's kind of how it was. With me and JJ, it's almost the opposite. It's not like we fight on camera, but we're really, really good off camera. And then the camera disrupts what we have, so it appears awkward sometimes. Like, so I could see why someone could, you know, ascertain that, come to that conclusion or whatever, but that is not the way it is. You heard it here first. So I just don't want you guys to think anything or worry or anything like that, because we actually do have a really awesome relationship and we are very, very happy, and that is how it is. And I just don't like to shove the camera in his face too often because he's not the most comfortable with it, and I have to respect that, and I want to respect that, and it's okay. And I'm a fucking yammerbox when the camera is out, so I could see why he would just kind of feel pushed to the side, much like I feel pushed to the side when he's talking and drinking with his friends. That's not an accurate representation of our relationship either, because he's doing what he's doing and I'm doing what I'm doing in that situation specifically. So it's kind of the same thing, you know what I mean? So my battery light is flashing and I've yammered on far too long, and I'm very excited for these Christmas candles. Look, pumpkin chai, isn't that nice? So I'm gonna go ahead and end this and get it on the internet so you guys can see it. Thank you very much again for all of your supportive comments on the last video. Seriously, you guys made me feel so much better and I really appreciate that. You guys are awesome. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.